So recently I'm thinking of giving feedback, or I want to give feedback to my boss. I mean, and there are so many considerations that's running to my head. How he will perceive it, how he will take it, how will it affect our relationship moving forward. Will he see it as a burden? Because I don't want to give a burden to him. So many things going on. It took me weeks before I finally approached him. What finally kept me going was I took a pause and remembers that what kind of culture that we as immersed groups want to build. And giving feedback is one of the things that we try as organizations. I understand that sometimes it may clash with the country cultures, but remember, at the end we are one immersed organizations, and there's certain cultures and behaviors that we want to build. So hopefully that will help us a bit when we are a bit hesitant to give feedback for our greater power.
Very much.
Okay, any questions on this part? There's some tips here. You can find it, how we can give feedback to greater powers. Any questions before we move on? No? Okay. Next, we're going to look at another spectrums of the text where basically it's non-existent. Okay. Have you ever faced the situations before? Yeah? Can you share a bit more from?
I didn't recall any specific experience, but yeah, there's quite some time that probably with the busy task, my boss didn't give me much feedback.
Okay. And how do you feel at that time? And there's no feedback.
To me, initially I feel a bit okay, but at the end, I don't really know whether I do things good or do things bad. So I actually ask for it.
Ask for it. Okay, so the easiest way to get feedback, just ask it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just ask. Okay. And as a leader, actually we play a big role in here if we are in this kind of situations. Remember when we talk about giving feedback to greater powers and how we become more comfortable as our managers are displaying reactions where they are open to hear that? Same as when there's no feedback at all. If we, as a leader, start doing that, asking feedback from our team members or from our colleagues, and we do that constantly, they will start seeing it. This is the way we want it to be. We have the chance to set a tone of feedbacks in our team. Again, sometimes we talk about how we can lead up the teams, but maybe it happens to us that we don't get any feedback. So there's again some tips here that we can do when there's no feedback at all. Okay, any questions before we continue? No? Anything to add? No?
Yes.
All good? Great. So now let's take it back take it back a little bit closer to home or to work. So we're gonna look at our own situations. Now let's take a moment to think about who is the person at work that you want to give feedback to. One person only. Just write down their names here. Okay. Everyone has names already in their mind? Yeah. Okay, now let's delve deeper into the situations that you want about these persons whom you want to give feedback to. Okay, and drawing from all the tips, the techniques that we've learned in the past 80 minutes or so, what can we do? So there's a set of questions here that will help us in how we can structure our feedbacks. Let's take a moment to fill it in. Then at the end we will share it in pairs. Okay? So let's take 8 minutes to fill it in. Then we're gonna share in pair. Okay, everything good? Okay, let's start. Yes?
Yeah.
Alright, seems like everyone has finished filling out the paper. So now let's take turn to share it. And to have a bit of fun, let's do it in a cocktail party style. I know, okay, when was the last time you went to cocktail party? If it's a long time ago, now let's think about this a cocktail party without a cocktail, obviously. So if all of you can stand up. Okay, so what we're going to do is find a person to whom you haven't talked much in these sessions and share your situations with him or her. And then the persons who's listening, please, if you have something to add, some feedback, input you want to give, how he or she can improve the feedback situations, please will do so. So we're gonna take 5 minutes to do it. So if you finish sharing to one person, the other persons can take time to share it. And then after you both of you finish, we can switch, find the new persons. In a cocktail party, we don't only speak to one person, right? It's time to socialize. Okay?
Okay.
All good with the process? Okay, so let's start now.
So actually, I'm thinking about giving the feedback to one of the team member in Thailand. Basically, it's something he has to use the 5 star to construct the message effectively. Press and do it. And do it in a team meeting, so all the members can also recognize. Also, how do you set that so that they don't feel awkward and embarrassed. To prevent some reaction. I think somewhere Thai people with culture, they tend to silence, to reserve. So whenever I ask questions, some next time to speak up more, to know what they really think, whether they really understand or whether they agree or not. Somehow they disagree, but they keep it inside. Yeah, so whenever I just keep reminding myself somehow we are busy and we miss the future.
My situation, feedback I did to my manager, and it's around team communication, I guess I'm feeling. So I go to my, I know that in the same office, and as you know, you get that feeling you get missed. So it's just keep that feedback in the outcome of how we can work more effectively together. So using the five
I'm also talking to one of my team members. It has been just about doing what's in the job, but not looking beyond that as well. So my intent is to see if we can take more initiative, find something and be open and boundaryless in this and not just stick to the job only. So I also want to express my views because I just feel that it doesn't contribute at all. Beyond what he thinks this comes as the end of office exactly. So I'm going to use the model and try and focus on the behaviors but also give the context on how that is and talk about what's in it. Which meaning is important that he sees value in it. It should not be that I am asking if it's so. And the impact he can cause on his build credibility. What I'm expecting is reaction to be one I will be aware of this or two, maybe rationalize why I am so stuck in my maybe I'm busy myself. So and how I would prepare give examples, give feedback from others whenever I can gather and try not doing that, provide support.
I really like the idea. Somehow when we give the feedback to the client, just whether need to be very constructive
And not all in one conversation.
recommend some
We have every moment we want and I don't want to just crowd the person with communicating. I'm aware that there's space in it. And I don't, and then of course, yeah, because it'll take time. I will go a bit and see if there is change and then again do
No,
the space popping now, the right time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I think in my case it's
Then you
very
can
important
find
that,
maybe you both of you can swallow partners. So get a chance to mingle.
if I can
Did you
So,
get the new person?
I will give you feedback.
because thinking about it takes a lot of focus in terms of giving
The best
recognition to people.
communication.
He basically also works very closely with
Also, I will
does development organizations. So
Experience of
so very, very employee development oriented.
We
So
have
how-
1 minute
how
to
would
go.
I like to take
Yeah.
kind of
So, some of the time,
because of all the work that was made, his team feedback is very, engagement scores are very high in the
so
team.
for the thing,
And probably a lot of them
we are
can
just
also
on
not
how to keep it.
very well.
And how do you think people will be surprised or will be
Keep reminding myself when the thing happens, we miss a very
should be okay.
Half minutes to go.
So I was thinking about my boss. She has tends to agree on everything.
See if we can show more initiative, be a bit boundaryless, explore things around, become more visible in the teams,
So how I would do it, you can
but it
find
takes me time to make it
use
the same space and all that.
Okay, we're gonna wrap up in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so how was the exercise? Sharing your situations and what you're about to do to the other people.
Yeah, in general, it is good to hear different perspectives. Get
Learn
into their
different
case.
Uh-huh. To take back all these tips and tricks and bring it back closer to home.
Yes.
Alright.
Everyone has different situations, but they're all relatable.
So you can take back some of the tips that you're using to our own. Right. Great. Okay. Thank you so much for being open to share. So now let's sit again.
Okay.
Okay, now we're almost coming to a close. Now, I would like to share these 5 tips that we can use to give feedbacks. Okay. Please remember that when we give feedback, we do it with the intentions to help the other persons. So come with the mindset that we want to help them, either to change their behaviors or to reinforce it. And be mindful also about the language, the tone of your voice, your body language when you're delivering it. because if it's contradicting, it won't stick the message. Okay. And then as much as we give counsels or improvement feedback, we need to remember that we need to give praises as well. Some people are more comfortable with praises, some people are more comfortable with counsels in terms of giving it, but we need to remember as well the persons, the recipients of this feedback. That's more important, what kind of feedback that they are comfortable with it and how to deliver it. The 5 stars models, the structure of feedback, is a refresher that what we need to pay attention to. Last but not least, the tricky reactions. And preempt and anticipate how we can deal with it. Because if it doesn't address properly, then our intentions to change or enforce someone's behaviors, it won't happen. Because the feedback just got back to mistakes. So you can find all the tips here in your handout. So it's really pretty useful little handout here. So make sure that we don't lose it because it contains all the information, crucial information that we have. Okay. So before we close, there's a saying: learning is not a learning if we don't apply it. So let's take a moment to look at all these 5 tips and choose one that you're gonna take back at work immediately after this workout that you will apply. Okay? Now, everyone has chosen it?
Yeah.
Now, to reinforce it, let's all stand up. And we're going to share in a group what is our commitment, which of these 5 tips that we're going to apply immediately. So, we're going to do it on popcorn styles. So whoever ready, you can just take a step to this circle of the group and say what we're going to do in one short, sweet sentence.
Lisa,
Thank you.
I will use the 5-star model. I think it was a great learning for me to kind of organize it.
Okay.
So, touch on those points. And
Okay, I will anticipate and prepare for reaction.
Alright, thank you.
And now the vote for the 5-star model.
Yes, thank you.
Use more of the 5-star to structure your message.
Alright.
I am also going to use a 5-star model to prepare.
Okay.
Yeah, use the 5-star model.
5-star models.
I balance a bit more between positive feedback and improvements.
Thank you, Radha. Alright, so thank you everyone. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being active and sharing your experience in the last 90 minutes. So, we talk, this workout is about feedback. So it's just natural that we also give feedback to this session. So on your seat, you can find this little feedback card. Please fill it in. On the top part, you can see, you can tick what you think about the workout. And then at the bottom, you can fill in the workout name. This is great feedback. It's now 12 April 2019. My name is Tricia. My colleague name is Paul. You can find our full name here at the flip chart above, at the front here. And if you would like to receive further resource related to this topic, you can fill in on the bottom part, the one that you can tear off. Just fill in your email address. To keep it anonymous, you can tore the second part apart and then put it here. And the feedback card, put it next to it, face down. Okay? Alright, thank you everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.